It's currently summertime. You get to stay up as late as you want. You don't have to do a test. And most importantly, you don't have to spend 9 hours in school like you're working a fucking 9 to 5. But unfortunately, all good things must come to an end. Phineas and Ferb were lying and they told us that there were 104 days in summer vacation, which means in the blink of an eye, school starts back and you have to be subjugated to the torture of going to school for 10 months. But the one thing that makes me angry is the fact that we have to pick what courses we have to take for the whole school year. So today we will be talking about the worst types of courses that school gives us. The first thing that we have to talk about is the reality of taking courses in high school. Schools be giving us courses more useless than fucking Yamcha and expect us to care about our grades. I mean, what's the point of me taking 10 courses and I won't need at least half of them for the rest of my life? These niggas at my school must think I'm fucking Albert Einstein or some shit, where I can remember all this information in my brain like I'm a supercomputer or some shit. And I swear, kids nowadays don't even pay attention in class. They only go on their phone just to watch Brainiac. And when these niggas start doing a test, they start going on their knees like they're prime Lana Rhodes or some shit and pray that they pass the test. But the real MVP has to go to ChatGPT for making me pass all my classes and not sacrificing hours of my sleep to finish any missing assignment. The first course that we have to talk about is mathematics. I hate mathematics with all my heart, especially algebra. We have to find x and y. Bro, I don't know which bitch ass nigga really said to themselves we should start adding letters in maths. I swear, these niggas are laughing in their graves whenever they see someone fail a math test. Next up, we have to talk about English. I can't lie, English isn't even bad. I know the majority of people watching this video might have just clicked off, but hear me out. If you speak English, you don't really have to study for it. You're only getting assignments just to write an essay, and the English teachers don't really be yapping for the entire period. If you're lazy and you don't want to write a 500-word essay, then ChatGPT and Quillbot. People always forget to use Quillbot, and this shit messes up the plan. Teachers will automatically check on those AI checkers, and sometimes these teachers don't even need to check because they know that your dumbass can't use a big word like disintegrate or articulate in a sentence. The best thing about English is the teachers. I don't know why they're always getting pregnant, but thank the Lord. The supply teachers who usually come in are usually the chillest people who practically let you get away with anything. One of my favorite parts about English is the fact that you have to read a book. I can't lie. As someone who enjoys a good story with interesting characters, a good plot, and a plot twist, I'ma be invested like I'm reading One Piece or some shit. But the one thing that I hate is when these teachers be giving us the worst books ever. My nigga, why the fuck is you giving me a book about a girl falling in love with a frog? The best part about English class is when the teachers make the class read out loud. I can't lie. These niggas just can't read to save their lives. They start reading slow and mispronouncing every single word like they're Patrick Star or some shit. Overall, I would give this a 8 out of 10. The next thing that I have to talk about is science class. Bro, I can't lie, I fucking hate science. And the craziest thing is that when I was a kid, I used to love science. I used to watch TV shows at the Science Kids and I used to think I would become Albert Einstein. But then reality sink in and you realize that science is really hard. Alright, I think it's fair that we break down the course into 3 sections. So we have biology, which I can't lie is not bad. You get to learn about the human body, like the circularity system, the digestive system, and so many different things. I can't lie, when I was in bio class, I used to be locked in listening to the teacher. But one thing I hated doing was those stupid tests where these teachers used to give us some black and white paper with the most blurriest image of a cell and expect me to fully label this. And when you tell them you can't see this diagram, they tell the class to read the question carefully. These teachers must think I have a Sharingan or Byakugan. Anyways, I would give biology a 6 out of 10. Before we move on, we have to talk about how fun science class is. So don't get me wrong, when it comes to doing the work, my brain starts giving up on me like Richard Watterson or some shit. But when you have all your friends in the class, this shit low-key be creating some of the best memories in my life. Me and my niggas would just be doing the most random things in class and be telling each other the most funniest joke in class until the teacher gets mad. Don't even get me started about the labs. I swear, these teachers should not let us go anywhere near to this shit. There's always that one nigga who blows up the entire lab if he had a chance to do it. Next, we have to talk about chemistry. I can't lie, I fucking hate this shit. I have to know about the entire periodic table like I'm Sheldon Cooper or some shit. I have to know what an ionic bond is, and most importantly, it's a mixture of both science and math. Bro, Bro, I can't lie, the labs used to be fun though. But overall, I would give this a 4 out of 10. The next thing that we have to talk about is physics. Bro, I have never hated something more than this shit. Yo, Isaac Newton and Einstein be laughing like SpongeBob and Patrick when they see a nigga try to learn about Ohm's law. Physics was so hard that the entire class started looking like SpongeBob when they saw the first question on the test. Yo, and when the test results came back, the class average used to be lower than the weather in Alaska. Overall, I would give this a 2 out of 10. The next thing that we have to talk about is history. Bro, I can't lie, this shit used to be fun. The teachers used to be telling us what happened in the past, like World War I and II. I used to be locked in listening to every single word because I low-key was interested in what the teachers were saying. And I can't lie, these documentaries be hitting like I was watching a Netflix show or some shit. And for some reason, the tests were always the easiest thing back in the day. The teachers were always chill. Like we had a teacher that used to dress in a simple shirt, shorts, and whatever the fuck these shoes were. And these teachers would let us get away with anything. You know how teachers be when you submit an assignment, they start getting angry? Well, these teachers just mark it and don't even deduct marks from you. But the one thing that used to piss me off is the teachers that used to read off these old ass slideshows that we supposedly need to write every single word. But these teachers' slides be older than some of the niggas in the class. But regardless, I would give this course a 9 out of 10. The next thing that we have to talk about is geography. When it comes to geography, there's two different types. We have the one that focuses on flag, which is the best course. As someone who plays too much FIFA, I know every single flag there is. Yo, I be feeling like Christopher Columbus, I can't lie. I would give this a 10 out of 10. But the other part of geography is learning about rocks and land masses. Bro, why the fuck would I need to know about sedimentation and tectonic plates? It's not like I'm gonna be using this shit to learn earth bending or some shit. And if I hear another lesson about hills and plateaus, I'ma smack the teacher like Will Smith. Overall though, I would give this class a 4 out of 10. Next is the greatest course of all time, gym class. Yo, I can't lie, gym class has to be studied for being one of the best courses you can take. It's basically a free class where you can do whatever you want. Everyone's favorite thing was to play sports like football and basketball, but for some reason, these niggas be acting like they're gonna get scouted to play for the fucking Golden State Warriors or Manchester United. These niggas start moving like Darwin and start pushing everyone. But one thing that I used to hate is when the teachers used to give us the most unknown sport known to mankind and expect the class to know how to play. Yo, don't even get me started on the fitness test that we have to take, like the beep test. But I can't lie, I used to hate this shit. You have to run from one end of the gym to the other until one person remains. And I swear, you always have that one nigga that is a complete tryhard that start running like Usain Bolt or some shit. So the whole class is waiting until this nigga stops running so we can play sports. We also have to talk about the smell in the locker rooms. I can't lie, bro, I have never been more disgusted than walking in the locker rooms. But these niggas would smell even worse than when SpongeBob ate that one smoothie and be polluting the air around us. And these niggas don't even try to put on deodorant or some shit. They proceed to infect the air with enormous amounts of Axe body spray. And these people need to realize that it immediately doesn't make you smell good. The gym teachers are mainly chill, but there's always that one gym teacher that be doing the most and start joining the team and start tryharding. Overall, I will give this course a 10 out of 10. Lastly, we have to talk about learning different languages. Your schools always have courses where you have to learn a new language, and I can't lie, this shit used to be fun. Bro, the only good part about being in these classes were that a lot of girls were normally in it. But this shit is not worth it because I have to listen to someone saying Hola como esta or Bonjour ça va bien. And I swear, there's always that one guy that speaks Spanish fluently but still somehow takes the course for an easy mark. But for some reason, these niggas be failing the classes. They claim it's a different type of Spanish to what they speak. But overall, I would give this course an 8 out of 10. Well guys, I think that's gonna be it for this video. Yo, if you're new to the channel, make sure that you like, comment, and hit that subscribe button.